believe there's music in the air. I 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 believe.
What's good, y'all? What you are listening to is Type of Taste Volume 4. Man, today I came in today on my drive here, and I had all these like thoughts like, okay, last stream, I felt like I was a little dry. I want to be more engaging, more it's more entertaining. Man, I'm not gonna lie, it's been in a very pensive vibe in the past couple hours.
Oh my God!
And I don't know. I'm just grateful for life. You know, I had a homie get shot at last night. Out there being creative, working, and them and the people that they were with, came out unscathed. And I just, I don't know. It was so close. Like, he was outside when it happened. They shot into the house that she was in, and the people that she was with. The bullet holes in the house, and nobody got hurt. They tried to break into cars, and I guess when they got caught or whatever, they just started running and shooting. It was crazy, like mad shells was on the ground. He sent me a video, and I don't know. I'm just thinking about like what I would have done, if she was hurt. Let me turn this music down. If she was hurt or shot or worse. Yeah. And then I got some other news that I really don't know if I can get into right now, but it just got me thinking about the finality, the finiteness of life. You just never know when your time's gonna come, and how important it is to make an impact. And there's somewhere in Psalms, I gotta see if I can find the exact scripture, but there's somewhere in Psalms where the Bible says like, teach us to number our days so that we may apply our hearts in wisdom. And that's kind of the vibe. Like, I'm not a necessarily morbid person or anything like that. I just want to, but I do think it's important to have an awareness that, we are expiring. You know what I mean? We are not going to be here forever. And so it's important to kind of be aware of that. So the time we are here, like, we're making the best use of it. Because you just never know. Like, in that situation last night, she wasn't out, doing no crazy stuff. Like, they was like filming, a movie or a short or something, or a skit or something like that. Renting out an Airbnb. Like, they was, on their grind. It wasn't in a particularly bad part of the neighborhood, Memphis where we at, either. So, I don't know, the world's just getting worse and worse or whatever. But that's not even what I'm talking about. It's just that, like, yeah, you just never know. And that's been heavy on my mind. Like, I just been trying my best to keep that mortality it's kind of at the top of the brain. So when I wake up, I just have a tendency to, like, we all do, just kind of be complacent, repeat the same things, even if it feels like we're working hard. Like, a lot of times we'll be moving fast, moving a lot, but not going nowhere, not actually moving the needle forward in our favor. And that's what I'm. If I were the devil, that's what I would try to do. Is try to distract you doing a whole bunch of stuff that don't actually move you closer into your purpose. Um, yeah. So yeah, I just been thinking a lot about that, and even last night, I've had I don't know, I kind of had like a long week. It was a good week, productive week, but I honestly have been feeling behind. There was this one weekend I got sick, and then from there, like, it seemed like it spiraled into like being a week behind, and I knew I can kind of catch myself up a little bit, get some breathing room, and feel good if I like went hard Saturday and Sunday yesterday, and so I woke up knowing I had a long day ahead of me, bro. I just wanted to. It sounds silly, but I really just like wanted to watch Netflix like so bad, and it's weird. Like it was a lot of music making stuff. You know what I'm saying? These are things I love to do, and once I got into it, it would be fine. But like I don't know, I was noticing that the hardest part of pretty much anything was just like starting, because I would get through it would be fun, you know what I'm saying, and then time to start the next one, it would be just like, let's get it, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying. By the time I got to track 7 or whatever, it was like, all right, you gotta push this through, you know what I mean. But I did get it done, and I just felt so good. Like we talk about you got to make sure that you take time for yourself and rest and all that, but and that's a biblical idea, and I believe in that. But when it comes to rest, like, I think we be thinking that just means sitting around doing nothing, and sometimes that is, but sometimes it's about restful activity, or doing the thing that brings you rest. So for me, this week, like I said, it wasn't terrible, but there was like this kind of like consistent tormenty kind of vibe going on in my head from just feeling like, I gotta make sure this, this, that, and another. So for me, rest came from actually getting on the other side of that, and I was able to like chill. You know what I mean? If I had just chilled the whole day and forced myself to take a break, that stuff would have been still kind of plaguing my mind. And even if I wasn't doing anything, it wouldn't have been restful. And I definitely walked in today more refreshed than I would have been if I hadn't done that yesterday, if I hadn't taken that time and did that work. Same thing. Like, for a person who is, a professional athlete, a rest day from their work would be probably not working out. You know what I mean? But for somebody who, like me, who mostly is sitting down at this desk the whole day, you know what I mean, going out for a walk or working out, hitting the gym would be a restful activity. You know what I mean? So I think, rest is important. I agree with that. But a lot of times I think we get too caught up in the idea of just, it's got to look a certain way. So I'm not sure how I got there, but I think it was just about, going in, getting after purpose, whatever. But yeah, man. It also kind of these two things that kind of occurred today, early this morning and a few hours ago, really has me thinking about like how important it is to reach out to people that you love or appreciate. And I'm the worst at that. Like, it'll be people, I just don't be having no excuse. Like, family members or whatever, I'll just like think about reaching out, and then instead of doing it right then, I just kind of put it off. And, next thing you know, you don't get that opportunity anymore. So I would say try not to do that. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Live from Butterfly. My name is Kid Maestro. I did not. I'm still getting used to this live stream thing on my own. Now we stream on Type Beat, but we kind of have a system going, and it's a little easier for me because I'm bouncing off other people. So like, bounce back and forth. But yeah, my name is Kid Maestro. I'm a artist. I'm a producer, engineer. I'm also a playback engineer. Um, yeah, I make beats as my primary joint, like instrumental hip hop situation. Right now, you're listening to some of my production. I'm on a mission to release a beat tape every single week. The series is called Tajin Tapes, and you can listen to them in the Unapologetic World app. What is the Unapologetic World app? Well, I am a engineer, artist, producer, and the president of a creative agency called Unapologetic, located here in Memphis, but not limited to here in Memphis. And yeah, we do a lot. We have a label as a part of our situation. We are a production company as well, with a roster full of producers and songwriters and artists. We also have a visual component. We produce short films and visuals for ourselves creatively and other companies. We also have a clothing line called Garments. Yeah, we do messaging, we do marketing, we do a lot of creative things. And you know, what we stand for is we believe that being unapologetically yourself brings out the most potent version of you and inspires other people to do the same. If everybody in the world was unapologetically themselves, the world would be a really good place. It would be the best place to be. So yeah, that is who we are. And again, I'm failing because I didn't put none of this in the description, but I got you. You know what I mean? I think I intended to like do more like prep work before this stream, but I just honestly had like, I got a call from some family, and they just had me kind of, I don't know, sat down for a little bit. Yeah, but again, dropping a beat tape every week. It's probably the most ambitious thing I've done, but I would say I've been making music. I've been doing music for as long as I can remember. Literally, I've wanted to do this since the beginning of my memories. But I do music in some way. I started off rapping, and just kind of eventually got into this space where rapping, turned into DJing. But I was always making beats, pretty much the whole time. And so I've been doing it for a while. But I would say, I've been in Memphis for 10 years, and I would say that's when I like really started professionally. I feel like that's when my career started. And that's a while, and I've seen a lot of progress. I put out a bunch of songs with people. I've worked on tons of music, but like if you look me up, like I don't have that much music out in all that time. And some of it, I don't think you're supposed to be releasing music all the time you're making music, but I just had to be honest with myself personally and realize that there was still a fee associated with it. There was still about being a musician and being a producer, and there was still some guilt and shame around like the world I live in. And because I also live in other service provider roles, like I'm an engineer for other artists, I do playback engineering for other people's shows, I produce for other people's songs. I've been able to remain largely in the background and still see progress. But on the artist side, like the music I make, my expression, I've been largely silent for 10 years. I've been hiding that, and for some reason I have not, put myself out there. So I decided to swing the pendulum the other way. I had a catalyst in buying this machine, Ableton Push 2. Ableton Push 3. I've been using the Push for a minute, the 2. And when I got this, I was so excited, and I was bought into it, and I wanted to get good at it. So I was like, I gotta make as many joints on this as possible. And that momentum kind of just led me into like, I gotta get better at everything. I have to not only practice the craft, but I have to practice the craft of putting stuff out and it being available into the world for people to critique and all that. And I have to practice talking about it. I have to practice being proud and excited about what I actually am proud and excited about publicly. And so, pretty much like at the pace I'm moving, I'm putting out literally everything I make on this thing. So, and I'm doing that for the whole year. That's the goal. That's the objective. Is to make around, I'm not sure how many is going to be on each tape in the future, but I'm aiming for 14, which averages to about 2 beats per day. And yeah, I don't really have space to kind of hoard joints, so you're gonna hear pretty much everything I make. And I'm gonna try to make something today on this stream for y'all. But yeah, Taj and Tapes. You can find that in the Unapologetic World app. Taj and Tapes Volume 4. So I've done 4 of these now. Well, I've released 4 of them. And today the 4th one drops. And so yeah, if you want to listen to 1 through 4, download the Unapologetic World app, and it is available for your listening pleasure, as well as lots of other content from the whole squad. You're gonna really enjoy what you find there. So yeah. Man, I really kind of wanted to get into talking about like my beliefs on like the importance of creativity and all that, but honestly, right now, I just feel like I need to kind of get into some music and just, I don't know, just process. So who knows? Who knows what's gonna come out? You know what I mean? There's also a new thing. Just I've made beats in front of people, but just doing it live and it's gonna live up. And I don't know. This is crazy. But we growing. So yeah, let's get it. My GoPro, I have a camera. I have like an overhead camera angle, but for some reason the GoPro camera isn't working today, so we just on this angle. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's engaging for you. You know what I mean? All right. Okay. Cool. Bet. So since I got this thing, I just been really on like chopping samples vibe. So that's what we gonna do again. Shout out to TrackLib. Bro, y'all seen that new subscription yet? Woo! Bro, I got like literally like I got so many beats that I'm about to go legit, bro. Being able to like clear with the no clearance fee, bro. Going stupid this year. It's crazy. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see. What's this? Yeah, so one thing, Ableton, if you ever see this, actually, I'm gonna actually just go ahead and hit y'all up because I'm in y'all beta testing kind of situation. If there's a way to turn off the automatic warping in the push and standalone, that would be great because I'll be trying to listen to samples and it'll be taking forever for it to preview. So a lot of times I'm just sitting here, just kind of waiting for the sample to play. A little workflow situation. Thankfully, it's at the beginning of the workflow usually for me and not the middle of it when I've got stuff going. But yeah, playing samples out this joint is great and it's dope. Like on drum loops when it'll like, kind of it'll like play like break beats and stuff in time. Like it's a useful feature, but to be able to kind of control it, that would be dope. And maybe it's something I'm missing, but I don't think so. So I'm still waiting for this joint to play, and it doesn't always happen to it. Like it doesn't always take a while, but sometimes it does. It could be a little annoying. There you go.
If you don't know what I mean, you can follow me down by Jordan Street. He's done something for me. One more time, girls, I'll tell you. I'm talking about the Lord Jesus.
I went through before in preparation for getting the push. I went through and like I knew, like I thought ahead of time, like well, how I'm gonna like improve on this thing. I knew I was gonna be sampling a lot, really on some standalone MPC type energy. So I just went and I went on my TrackLib account, and I had racked up some credits because it had been a while since I downloaded, and I just like went through and just listened to samples and like pre-chose a bunch of stuff. So almost everything in here, like at some point I felt inspired by, but it's just interesting how you listen to something on another day and it just hits you different, or it doesn't feel the same, and then you go back and it's like, oh yeah, this is what I was feeling. It's so crazy how art and music and stuff can be alive like that. Like it changes on a day-to-day basis. It's crazy to me. I think we're gonna do this though, cause I remember when it first came on, I was like, I don't know, this is not. But that was that little vocal part, and I remember like in TrackLib you can like sort of loop up little sections to kind of hear what you want, and I think I hear like a loop that I want to do from the beginning. So let's load it up and see what goes.
And right now I'm reminded of the if you don't know, if you don't know. If you don't know what I mean, you can follow me down by Jordan Street. He's done something for me. If you don't know, if you don't, if you don't, if you don't, if you don't, if don't know what I mean, you can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know, if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know. You can follow me. If you don't know, no. 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 If you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't.
So I'm interested to see, because this loop and the way I chopped it, because the song and the way I'm chopping it is like a 6/8 kind of feel, I'm going to hit capture and see how it approaches the tempo. Like, is it going to take like is it going to take that tempo and make that 4? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Or is it going to do something else? So we'll see.
What I mean. You can follow if you don't know.
No, I think it did take the 3.
What I mean.
It shifted. So I think if I put this metronome in like a 3 joint.
What I mean. You can follow if you don't. What I mean.
Yeah, come on, hey, we know I mess with y'all, bruh.
What I mean.
Woo.
You can follow if you don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So now I could just. So that's usually what I do is I'll like do what feels natural. I'll capture it, and sometimes it'll get it perfect, and it's probably I could find it in here, but I like to just do that to get the tempo, and then I'll just replay it with the tempo. So I delete that clip, and I like to just re-chop it with the metronome.
Know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know.
One more time.
Know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know.
Okay, no, not gonna do that.
If you don't know what I mean. You can follow if you don't know what I mean.
So
You get fall if you don't know
just to hear what it sounds like,
what I mean.
get it back on 4, just to feel
You
it.
get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean.
It's fine though.
You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. You get fall if you don't know what I mean. know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. Know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean.
Filter this joint.
What I mean.
Which
You
is
can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know
side chain.
what
That
I
kick.
mean.
Give it some movement. Just love that sound.
You can fall if you don't know what
Be
I
completely in
mean.
standalone, by the way.
You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean.
Now
You can fall if you don't know
I'm gonna do another
what
one
I mean.
for that
You can
little
fall if
slight,
you don't know
that like subby kick. Comes right before
what
the
I
snare.
mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean.
Let's see his drums a little bit. Yo, lately
You can fall if you
I've
don't
been
know
on some like
what I mean.
as minimal as possible. If I can make
You can fall if you don't
turn
know
that down some. If I can make the
what I mean.
what the elements, the few elements I have work before adding something else, I'm gonna try that. So
What I
I've been
mean.
processing a lot before I add sounds, whatever. Just see
You can fall if you don't
what's
know
there. You know what I mean? And sometimes like
what I mean.
I find that I be looking for a groove, but the groove is just playing with the relationship between the elements that's already there. Like
What I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean.
I'm already feeling a lot better on some groovy type
You
vibes.
can fall if you don't
And
know
I got like a thing that I do on the master that kind of adds like that final thing sound that I like, but I try to get as close to it as possible because it's kind of compressy, limity. So try to get the elements feeling as good as you can in terms of like relationship. I still feel like this thing might be a little too long.
What I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know
Maybe turn
what
this
I
down.
mean.
Turn these back up.
You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean.
volume, but it was more of a filter and enveloping thing. These little, I don't know how to describe learning that, but it's so important. Now it feels like it's kind of all feeling like it's from the same place. And I like this, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if this is like I think a rapper could get on this. It probably might because of how simple it is. But like, if this had came on, like if I was listening to artists I like, also like if I was listening to a Knowledge tape or some Alchemist or whoever, and this came on, like, I'd be like, ooh, you know what I mean? If I was listening to a Conductor Williams beat tape or something, I would like this. Yeah, let's see if we can add a little bit more character or just something to it. So I'll convert this from rack instead of a simpler, the sample. And I might take that. Yeah. So since they're all still in the same choke group, I'm gonna take that one. See if we can add like maybe some sort of delay to kind of give it like a woo. You know, I'm just that one chop. You find the simple delay. Nope. I want to echo. The reason I want to get echo instead of delay is because I'm pretty sure I want to duck that out the way. So already little turn the feedback around down. Okay. Let's try. Dang. Let's filter that. Take some of those lows out. So this one's going to be minus 7.31. Okay, and this will be minus 10.12.
Know what I mean? You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean.
Okay, so at this point,
Fall if you don't know what I mean.
I can decide whether or not this
You can fall if you
vibe
don't know
needs like a bass, or
what I
I'm gonna go
mean.
into the further arrangement slash finishing energy of it. So
What
I think
mean.
I'm a lightly see what bass sounds like, but I'm not sold that
What I mean.
necessarily needs it.
You can fall if you don't know
But we're gonna see what it feels like.
what I mean.
And I do know just the bass to try.
You can fall if you don't know what I mean.
This bass I've been using on like every beat.
You can fall if you don't know
Up and down.
what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know what I mean.
space, y'all. But we're gonna do one more thing, and we're gonna see what was happening
If you don't, if you don't, if you don't, if you don't, if you don't know.
Remember 143, y'all.
No, 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 no.
Again.
What I mean, what I mean. You can follow me. You can follow me. No. What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. What I mean.
It does add a little bit of presence.
You can follow. No. What I mean. Done something. If you don't know.
Okay.
You can follow. If you don't know.
I'm gonna double this loop. I can add little spices in on the second half. Give it some variation.
No.
And that'll pretty much it. I'm gonna arrange it. Little sauces, and that'll be pretty much it.
If you don't know.
And only got like 10 minutes left, so yeah.
What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. What I mean. You can follow. No. What I mean. You can follow. No.
Not a big fan of those last couple. Let's just take those out.
No. What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. What I mean. You can follow. No. What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. You can follow. No. No. What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. You can follow. No. What I mean. You can follow. If you don't know. What I mean.
All right. There's only a couple elements, so arrangement's gonna be simple, but I always put in a little taggy sounds. And when I say arrangement, I am making an arrangement. Like, you know, in Ableton, you can you can perform the arrangement from the clip view, which is this screen where your clips are. You can like play your stuff in. And so I can do that on the push. I just can't really listen back. So when it comes time to export this beat, this session will be saved with that arrangement, and I'll take it in, and that part will be done. So I don't have to like arrange this when I get it in there. I just gotta do like the final little mix tweaks or whatever, and it'll be good. Whatever.
Yeah,
Turn that down.
yeah, yo.
No.
Let that bass
What
in.
I
In
mean,
the second half.
you can fall if you don't know. What I mean, you can fall if you don't know. What I mean, you can fall if you don't know. You can fall if you don't know. What I mean, don't know. What I mean, you can fall if you don't know. What I mean, you can fall if you don't know. You can fall if you don't know. What I mean, you can fall if you don't know. What I mean, you can fall if you don't know. What I mean,
Oh my gosh, it's a Taji guy.
you can fall if you don't.
That pretty much be it. Only thing I'm gonna do is that. Oh my God, it's the Taj God. Just like my other
Oh my
name.
gosh, it's a Taji guy.
I'm going to
Oh my gosh, it's the Taji guy.
do that. That'll be all ready for me. And then the final part that I like to do. Now
What
that I
I
got that
mean,
arranged.
you can fall if you don't know.
Master, add a little saucy sauce.
What I mean,
How about just say that? Saucy
you can fall
sauce.
if you don't know.
I might start saying it now. Saucy sauce. Like preset, I like kind of adjusted
What I mean,
and saved.
you can fall if you don't know. What I mean,
Give it that extra,
you
you know
can fall
what
if
I'm
you
saying?
don't know. What I mean, you can fall if you don't know. You can fall if you don't know. What I mean,
Hey, hit save. That's pretty much it, y'all. I'm gonna save this. See what we call it. This would be called. That is the 88th beat I've made since I got on the push. Since I got the push, which was the end of November, and I started making beats on it December 2nd. Call it if you don't know. Or should I call it what I mean? Like if you don't know. Better. The whole like naming trick you got to do with this thing. Naming projects is a little convoluted, but I think I figured out a way that helps. You got to name the project folder. You got to rename. You got to save it. It's gonna give you a name. Then you got to rename the project folder. Then you got to exit out of the menu, come back in it, load it up. Hit don't save. Then go back into the file menu. Then you can rename the project the same name as the folder. Otherwise, when you're looking for the session, in the computer, you have to open up each folder because the folder is named something random, and then the session itself is named what you renamed it. But like if you do it out of that order, you won't be able to rename the project. And I can't do it from the computer for some reason. So yeah, something we got to talk about Ableton. But at the same time, it's a nice little, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's a part of the end of a beat ritual, if that makes sense. And before I got this, I hear a lot of people talk about using the push 3 specifically, and they're like, yeah, I'm just using it with the software. Like, you're not even doing standalone. And I think, shout out, which I understand, because you could definitely do more with the computer, but I wanted this because I wanted a standalone device. So I'm already bought into it, and understanding that comes with certain limitations that I'm using to create different creative decisions, if that makes sense. Yeah. Thank y'all for joining me.
know what I mean. You can fall if you don't know.
Appreciate y'all joining me for my second official episode. We're going to keep getting better and better at this. Put the date. Today's the 29th, right? When this comes out on Tajin Tapes 7 or so, yeah, because 4 just dropped today, but I'm ahead of schedule, so 5 is already ready to go. I just finished up 6 last night, and I'm going to be doing the mixing for that this week. And so this beat will be going on 7. Y'all get the early sneak peek. Yeah, this is live from Butterfly at Outer Space and Unapologetic Studio. Yeah, just thank y'all for being here. My name is Kid Maestro again, and we'll be back. Remember to talk to the people you love. Reach out to them. Just tell them how you feel. You got beef, let it be over with. And number your days. Realize that you're not going to be here forever. So make an impact and don't waste time. Be wise. All right, y'all.